Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome to the edition of Hard Working. Alright, so just finished loading up the last load, so we're going to go ahead and just take this right now. As you can see, all the trees have been loaded, now we just have a ton of stumps that we need to deal with now. So we're going to deal with that this episode, which should be interesting. I don't know how much stump grinding we'll do, but we'll see how it goes. It shouldn't be too bad. As you can see, I dropped a couple logs as I was trucking back and forth to the lumber yard there. I'm just going to leave them there. I don't feel like trying to pick them up with the big front loader. It definitely makes life a lot more difficult trying to load and unload. Well, load those big pieces, or those tiny pieces up, sorry. So what I'll do is I'll just leave them there, and probably one time I'll come around with a chipper and just destroy them. Because the little small ones are probably the worst ones to try and pick up, especially with the front loader, or especially with the wheel loader at least. So that's what we'll do there. As you can see, we do have $438,000. That's just from the trees on the one side, FYI. Oh no, not another one. Ugh. That's what happens. You take that turn too fast, I guess. Anyways. Yeah, so we have $438,000, and let's get a little chunk of change, and we're going to get a little bit more here from this as well. There we go. Perfect, and let's send off the... There we go. Let's send off that, and now we can get rid of all of our rented equipment because we don't need it anymore. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So let's return this vehicle. Yes, please. Return this vehicle. Yes. Return this. Yes. Return this. Yes. And this. Yes. And I think that was it. Perfect. So now let's go ahead. We could... $470,000. We could actually buy a powerful tractor for the future. And possibly, that's really cheap. That feels like it should be a lot higher than that. For the future. Oh, with and without plow spec. Okay. And that's $489. I might buy that actually. Let's see here. This is America though. Actually, you do see this in Canada now. They did make their way over. I think last year there were some in the farm show. What do we got here? I need something that's powerful. Nope. Nope, nope. Nope, not powerful enough. Not powerful enough. I could do this, but the other tractor has more horsepower than that. Yeah, I really don't have and I haven't tried this one out, so I don't know how good it is. It doesn't have high enough horsepower, so I could do one of these as well. For $270,000, but it still has less horsepower. You know what? Let's just buy the Class Xerion. What the heck? Let's get it with plow spec because it's the same price. I don't think it makes a difference. So let's go ahead and buy this. Excellent. And we're also going to buy this guy right here. And I would rent them, but we're going to need them so often that... Alright, so this is the Class Xerion 4500. Ooh, nice. Very nice. This is the one I actually saw. Who did they spotlight on this? Killer Croc did a video on this one. And that's where I saw it from. So let's put them in the big group, which is usually group 4, I believe. And the nice thing about this is that it has a front PTO and a rear PTO, and I believe you can switch the direction around if you want to as well. Can I not attach to this? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, it would be a bit odd if I couldn't attach to it. Excellent, so now we have $360,000 still because that was from the you know what. Where am I going here? Yeah, that's right. Good. That's from the... we can actually move this down. There we go. And you can turn the radio on and off. Oh, I didn't realize that one. I didn't even notice these ones. You can turn the radio on. You can turn the blind. It's a very cool. It's a very cool little little mod that this was made. As far as I know, actually, the information for the modders still hasn't been released. It may have been now, but I haven't honestly checked in the last little while. But this is a very nice Zerion. Very, very nice. I think it's underpriced, though. Severely underpriced. $137,000 for this. I think that is a little on the low side. If I were to look it up right now, like in Canada, I'm pretty sure it'd be in the $300,000, $400,000 range. I think. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's not $137,000. But maybe it is. Maybe it is. Unlikely, but it's possible, I suppose. So, yeah. So the reason why we bought this is this tractor is pretty powerful, and it's actually a really nice tractor. So I'm very pleased with this purchase. And the stump grinder in the front is gonna make my life a lot easier, basically. And I can actually plow with this too. What if I can? I probably can't destroy those. Alright, so let's go ahead and... this would be a nice thing to have. Let's see here. Remember, we do have wither wheels on here. Or... it doesn't seem to work with these ones. Or does it? Well, it does, just a little bit. I guess the problem here is the actual width of the wheels isn't factored in much. Okay, so let's go ahead and lower this guy down, turn it on, and watch this. So when I turn this guy on, you'll see a little plume of smoke coming out. Isn't that cool? So the nice thing about this is you just drive forward, and then the stump goes away, basically. So, can I actually see the stumps? Oh, I can. Perfect. And you can actually plow with this one too, which is nice as well. So if you want to just... that seems a bit loud in my ears. So if you want to plow away, you can easily do that. Apparently he's not getting this one though. It's because it's a higher stump though. That's what it is. Sometimes you have to kind of adjust it a little bit, but usually it's pretty good. So that should do it now. Ta-da! So this is why I went with this stump grinder as opposed to the other one. Oh, there's still a stump there. Or I just drove over a stump without realizing. That's one of the reasons why I went with this stump grinder, just because it's easy to grind the actual stumps. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's easy to grind the stumps, and it makes it just so quick in comparison to the in-game one. There we go. That's that done. So that's the reason why I went with this one. Is it a bit cheaty? I don't think so. I find this tractor more cheaty than the actual stump grinder itself. Now, technically, I could have bought a bigger tractor anyways, and it would have been fine. Oh. So the one thing is you can't see in front of it, so you have to, like, do this a little bit. So unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit of, oh, there we go. A little bit of outside view, a little bit of inside view. Actually, I probably could just stay outside view. But the turning radius on this thing is gorgeous. Mixed turning with big equipment, very nice. Also, now that we have this tractor, we should be able to get... Actually, I don't think it's even powerful enough for the plow I was thinking of. Oh, I don't think it is, because it has 389 horsepower. And I think this huge plow needs, yeah, 500, so... I need something more powerful than this. Which is crazy when you think about it, because of how powerful this tractor actually is. But in reality, it's the way it is. I was reading Farmer's Forum today, and believe it or not, someone sold a cow for $267,000. $267,000 for a cow. Believe it or not. And that puts things into perspective. Usually the reason why cows go for that much is primarily because of the genes. And they have good genes. So what happens is they look really good, and they look really good. So what happens is hopefully when people buy it, they're hoping to get something similar from the gene pool, I guess, so to speak. So like they're hoping to get something, a cow of similar quality when they buy a cow like that. So that's the idea, at least. I think this needs to start at the top. And that's the idea, and that's why cows and bulls go for that much sometimes. It's not common by a long shot, but it happens from time to time depending on the scenario. So did we get it? Yes, perfect. I love the stump grinder. It makes dealing with stumps so much less painful. Mainly because you can just drive straight into them as well. Because the other one you kind of have to line up a little bit. At least I find you have to line up, and it makes my life a little more difficult. One sec, coffee break. Yeah, so it makes it a little bit more painless, let's say. Which is nice, because grinding stumps with the in-game equipment is a little bit annoying for me. I don't enjoy that. This I don't mind. It's just time consuming. But it's cool how you can just drive up to it. And you can actually plow with this too. So you could drop the plow section. As you can see, where is it? If I allow create fields, yeah, there it is. Now you can actually just plow the field with it. I don't know if you'd actually want to, but I think it's more along the lines of people are thinking, well, if you want to plow the section of land you just took the stumps out of, I guess. That would be my guess. We can just drop that down. That would be my guess, really, though. Let's just back up here. There we go. But I can't believe how nice this tractor is. This is a really nice Xerion. Not traditionally a North American brand, but you are seeing Kloss in North America these days, so I have no qualms about getting this, despite the fact that some people will say it's not a North American brand, but that's fine. You can get it in North America now, and that does make it a viable option in my opinion. And they are pretty cool, actually. The fact that they can spin around is really nice. Specifically for Canada and probably some places in the United States. And the reason why I say that specifically is because... really? The reason why I say that is because... Let's see if I can get this little guy here. The reason why I say that is because... snowblowers. As weird as that sounds. Because in Canada, of course, we get snow, quite a bit of snow, depending where you live. And having one of these tractors, you can put a snowblower on the back and just spin it around. And it makes snowblowing like easy as pie, basically. So what you do is you switch this, you turn the other way, and you put a snowblower on the back, and then boom, there you go. I just had a strange urge to save, just because I've had problems with stump grinders before. So as that one wasn't quite getting ground up, I was like, I think I'm just gonna save real quick here. So yeah, but this tractor specifically is really good for that, because you can spin around and put a snowblower on it, and that makes a big difference. If you're a Canadian and you can use your tractor for something else in the winter, that's very helpful, especially for snow. Because we get a little bit of snow here. Well, depends where you live, of course, but most, if you're in Ontario, let's say, or Quebec has it even worse, actually. Quebec gets way more snow than we do. Especially northern Quebec, too. So, they get, like, where is it? Like, if you go to, not Temiskaming, that's Ontario still. If you go to, like, Chibougamau, or if you go to, Miramichi, no, that's New Brunswick, never mind. What's the other place I'm thinking of? Lac Saint-Jean, or if you go to like those types of places, you get a ton of snow. Actually, funny enough, what they do in that place, Lac Saint-Jean, I mentioned, what they do is I don't know if they still do it, but they used to send people to Lac Saint-Jean for French training, or for like integration, because Lac Saint-Jean, they don't speak any English at all, basically, or very little English. So what they used to do is they used to send people to Lac Saint-Jean for French, because there were very few English speakers there. So they would send people there to learn their French or to practice their French, kind of like an integration sort of thing. So it was every now and then well, I talked to somebody who said they went there to learn French. So it's not common these days, but I wonder why. That's weird. The PTO is not hooking up. I don't know if anybody else can see that. Huh. That's a bit strange. Yeah, there's no PTO hookup there. Maybe there's no PTO in the front of this, but that seems a bit odd that you'd have a... interesting. Let's just try something for a quick sec here. Just for the sake of, let's see, change driving direction. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. If you want to change the driving direction, you just turn around like this. And this actually does this in real life, which really threw me off when I first saw that. I was like, it actually does that? There we go. Now is this forward still? Oh wow, it actually switches around too. So this looks really odd, but in this kind of setup, it's very good for plowing and visibility. So like, check this out. So like, this is basically oh, that's a bit annoying actually, because it thinks one direction. Oh, weird. But it has a 3-point hitch and you can turn it on, but there's no PTO. Odd. Anyway, so this will actually work, but the problem I'm going to run into is it doesn't think the right way is front or forward, so it thinks I'm going backwards right now. So with my better keyboard steering mod, basically, which is the one that turns when I turn my steering wheel, basically, and reverses and all that jazz. It thinks we're going in the opposite direction. But this is basically the advantage of this type of thing, because this is basically what a snowblower would be like, because you could see it very easily, and then you can just drive around with it. It thinks we're heading in the opposite direction, apparently. Lots of visibility as well, which is nice. Oh, even the mirrors work. Nice. Let's go over here. Apparently our speed, though, is a little bit slower, which is fine. Makes sense. We're going backwards, not forwards. But it is pretty cool. It does work really well for this particular scenario. Although I'm a bit annoyed that there's no PTO hookup for the other side. I think there's one in real life. Actually, I'd have to check, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just a 3-point hitch and not actually a PTO hookup there, and that's definitely possible. So let's drive forward for this one right here. Yeah, our max speed's like 15 kilometers an hour. Which is kind of funny, because what happens is we just kind of putter around when we're doing this. Oh, there's no one right there. But this is the cool thing about this tractor. It does this in real life, and this is actually a function that they actually put into this particular mod, which is crazy when you think about it. Alright, where is the next one? I have a feeling I'm going to find a couple of these stumps later on. And be like, oh look, there's a stump I missed. And that's part of the reason why I bought it as well, as opposed to just renting it. Because there are going to be a couple stumps that we miss from time to time, so let's get that one over there. Oh, do we totally miss that one? Looks like we did. Yeah, see, that's the problem we run into. Front isn't actually the front in this scenario, but this is actually a really nice combination. Alright, let's get these ones back here before I just drive past them and forget about them. But yeah, this doesn't go... I'm happy that the... I wasn't sure if the steering wheel would actually function properly with it going in the opposite direction, but it appears that it does, which is good. The one thing it doesn't do is... I actually thought the pedals were going to be reversed as well, so I had to hit the brake pedal to go forward and vice versa sort of thing. But no, it works perfectly fine, which is really surprising actually. Oops. apparently. I can drive over it, but I can't reverse back. Like that. I don't know if this have any, you can put dual wheels on it as well, if you want to. 8 and 9. So you can put dual wheels on it, which is kind of cool. Not that we need dual wheels in this scenario, but you can do it at least. So, anyways, folks, what I'll do is I'll finish off this off camera, so you don't have to see me grinding a whole bunch of stumps here. So I'll come back next episode and I'll have all the stumps done. So until then, my name is Iain Robson. This has been an episode of Farming Simulator 2015, coming at you from Hard Working. I'll catch you guys later.